Hi, welcome to the Sitecore training for the corporate website. This tutorial will show you how to simply create translations for your local market. So what we're looking at right now is the screen you'd see after clicking on the link provided for you for the Sitecore content editing website. And to start off with, I'll just give you a brief overview of what we're looking at here. On the left-hand side is our content tree. This is where you go to find the corporate site and its pages. On the right-hand side is the content area, and this is where you'll be working with the actual translations and the content. Up top is the navigation, where you can go to the different sections of the site that has special edit buttons that will help you work with the actual pages and making the translations as well. Okay, so for this example, I've logged in as Henrik in the Swedish office, so the default language will be set to Swedish, and we're going to translate the case study for Deutsche Bank. So in order to do this, we first need to go to that actual page. So we expand the content tree, then expand EFCOM, and then expand corporate. And here you see all the pages under the corporate website. The corporate top-level node itself is the home page. So let's go find the Deutsche Bank case study under Our Customers, Case Studies, and then we'll click Deutsche Bank. Now you'll see when you click on this that there's a warning saying that the current item does not have a version in Swedish. This will, of course, say in your local market language. So in order to begin, we first need to add a version for Swedish so we can actually translate this. And we'll just click the Add a New Version link. There we go. And in order to work with translations, we need to go to Versions in the top menu. And we have all these translation tools here. And we can see that the Translate button has already been clicked, which gives you two side-by-side versions down here in the content editing window. But for most of you, this will not be clicked at first, so let's uncheck that. And this is probably what you'll see when you first log in. This is the actual content items here for the page. You have menu title and content and so forth. And right now that's all blank because we just created a new version for Swedish. So in order to translate, we need to and now let's turn on the translate mode. And this gives you a side-by-side version now. The left-hand side is Swedish. The right-hand side will be the Master English. In order to see the Master English, we need to go back up to our toolbar. And next to the language here, this drop-down allows you to actually switch your base language. So our base language, or master language, is English. So we need to scroll up and set that to English. There we go. Now if we scroll down a little bit here, we can see that we have the Master English appearing. So you can actually see that and see the content that you need to translate. So if we were to go ahead and make this translation, we first need to check out this item by the Lock and Edit link here. So you go ahead and click that. That will actually check out the item and make the fields available for translation. So for the menu title, we'll just copy this directly here. Deutsche Bank. Whoop. And same for the actual page title itself. And then for the body content of the page, we're using a rich text editor. So you'll need to click the Show Editor button. And this will open up a special page editor that works a lot like Microsoft Word, for example. And what we need to do is translate the Master English into your local language. For this example, since my Swedish is not so good, I will just copy some of the text here to show you how this would work. Deutsche Bank chooses, and then we have a paragraph next coming up next. Deutsche Bank Okay, so that's enough for this example. What we see here, the page title, Deutsche Bank chooses EF as full service language provider, is in a different style, so we need to actually replicate that when we make our translation. We can do that by selecting the actual page title, clicking on the paragraph style dropdown, and choosing heading 2. All page content on the corporate site, if it has a page title, it's going to be heading 2. Any other headings after heading 2 would be heading 3. Okay? So we'll go ahead and say we accept this. And we can see that the translation now appears. So let's go ahead and click Save. Upon saving, the page actually automatically checks itself back in. And the next step we need to do is actually publish this page to the QA site so we can see how our page looks. So to do that, we just click on the Publish menu item, and then under the menu item toolbar, we have Publish, where you need to click on the little triangle and you have two options, Publish Site and Publish Item. We always want to publish item. We never want to publish the site, since that would be very processor intensive and not really necessary to do that. So we just want to publish the item. And that will bring up a dialog box. You might get a different window at first, saying that this is the publishing wizard, and you can click to continue, and then this is the next page that you'll see. So under here we have a couple options. So with publishing, we'll do a smart publish, and then you might have publish sub-items checked. Typically you want to uncheck that unless you need to publish sub-items. We don't have any sub-items for Deutsche Bank, so we just leave that unchecked. And then since we're only working with the Swedish language, we want to publish only the Swedish version. So we'll scroll down, make sure that Swedish is selected. And then finally, make sure that QA is selected as your publishing target. You always want to publish to QA first, check your work, verify that it looks good before publishing to the live website. So we'll go ahead and click Publish, Finish. And now we'll just open up another tab and go to the corporate website. With Sweden as our market. And we'll go to the Deutsche Bank case study page. And we'll see that the translation has now appeared. So that's it. That's how you actually work with translations. Stay tuned for more training videos to come up that will go into a lot more detail about working with the site and other parts and content parts of the corporate website. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.